Alright guys, so another test for this discharger that Banggood sent me, purpose made discharger. Now tonight we're going to try straight off an LG BHE 211865. It is a 2500 milliamp hour ish LG cell, very good, super high quality, out of the Milwaukee 5 amps. Yeah, it must be out of the 5 amps. They quite often test high into the 27s, 2800 milliamps when you do them on a, what do you call them? I was going to say IMAX, no, Opus 3100. So, what I'm going to show you tonight is us discharging this at high amperage with this tester. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to have to actually hold these terminals on the battery, we'll dial up a bit of current. I don't know how much it'll be, but we'll see in a sec. Just zoom you in. Alright, let's see what happens. You ready? So that's 11 amps. See what happens this time. Ready? 19 amps. Holding 3 volts at 19.2 amps. Felt still warm up. Let's see how high this goes. Okay, this is full noise. Alright, we're going for it. 24 amps. 2.8 volts. So, that will definitely give you a good sag test, because that's LG BHE. LGA BHE. Sorry. Let me grab just like a normal laptop cell. Alright, so here is a Sony Energetic. I know we're not really comparing apples with apples here, but this is what you want to know. You want to know sag and things like that. So we'll turn current all the way down. Get our cell in there and get a reference voltage to make sure it's not just dead flat. Yeah, it's got 3.55 with a 1 amp load. Let's get rid of the load, check it again. 4 volts, okay. Let's dial up like 5 amps and see what happens. Ready? This will give us an indication of sag. So, current delivery is a big part. With a 6 amp load, we're into the 2 volt range straight away. Probably can't do 10 amps. There you go, 10 amps, 1.18 volts. That's the difference between a high capacity, high current cell and a old 18650. Look at the difference. We pushed straight into the, got the cell warm straight away. Okay, so this could, is that actually an 18650? No, 17670. It's the narrow one. But either way, you see, this is useful for testing high drain cells. If you've got a high drain cell that you're going to drop voltage out of really hard, whether it's a LiPo, whether it's an 18650, 17670, whatever, this allows you the opportunity to put up to 25 amps of load on it. See what it does. If you're putting these in something high drain like a e-bike or whatever, you can give them like a bit of a sag test. So just an idea. There's probably other ways. Internal resistance will tell you that The model number of the cell will tell you its drain capabilities. I believe they're 20 or 25 amps. So yeah, we had a 25 amp load on it and it didn't die. It sagged 3 volts, but it didn't stop. That's significant, and there's going to be some loss in the leads. By the time you throw 24 amps on a lead at 3 volts, you're talking about some drag. So that's another way that you can tell the difference between a good cell and a bad cell using this tester. This tester's like 40 or 50 bucks or something on banggood.com. There's a link below in the video description for where you can buy these. They're inexpensive for what they are. You can test your phones, chargers and things like that. There's load testers on the side here. You just wind them up until they go out on over voltage, and you can see the highest output it can, over current. You can see how high of a current they put out. So some big perks to these. What we'll do, just as a bit of a bonus for you guys, here we have a 5 amp Milwaukee battery. So cells are in parallel, of course. We've got 4.14 volts. Here, let's dial up a little bit of current so it starts drawing. Okay, so we've got 4.07 volts with 0.8 of an amp. Ready? We'll just wind the current on. At 24 amps, we've still got 3.3 volts. Look at that for power holding. That's why they're in parallel pairs, guys. We go back to 10 amps. We've still got 3.7 volts. So we've still got our full nominal voltage on a not completely charged battery, which is second hand, not even new. 3.7 volts at 10 amps quite happily. And push that right up into the 24 area. We've still got 3.25 volts. So that's a good indication of how you can use this to dial up the current, see what you're working with, turn it all the way off again, and it should give us a resting voltage, still at 4 volts. It's just like that. Chuck some test leads on your one of these dischargers, 180 watt discharger. Chuck some test leads on it, plug it in, and have a crack at it. Use it like this, see what you get done. If something goes wrong with this, I will be sure to let you know straight away. My one came with the wrong region adapter, but it says it can take anything from 6 to 12 volts in the input, and it can be powered off micro USB. I haven't tested that. We'll play with USB stuff in another video. But so you know, you may get sent the wrong region. Power adapter happens from time to time, upsets you sometimes, but you know, you can buy adapters. As always, thank you very much for watching. You can buy this in the link in the description. I'm going to keep testing the life out of this, and you'll see a heap of results. You'll see this hanging off the side of batteries, left, right and centre in the shed here. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.